Interesting. Well, joining me now to speak further on the call for the Ministry of Men's Affairs is AKPUA. He's the president, Great Achievement Institute for Youth and Community Development. Thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak this morning.
Thank you so much.
Interesting conversation once again. Ministry of Men's Affairs. Interesting. But tell me, what is necessitating this? You are arguing that in the conversation about gender equality, the boy child has been overshadowed by conversations with only the girls. But why do you believe this is the case?
Check the effect. The effect of the long neglect of the boy child, that is what is causing the menace in the society. I always tell people that a good boy child is a better society. Check our society today. A lot of vices, a lot of people in the prison. Check 95% of the people there are men. But had it been we started taking care of this from the young age, I know the vices in our society is going to be reduced at least to 50%. But it's not late. I'm asking everybody to join voice with us to start advocating for the male child. Because if there's no good male child, I think there will not be a better society. Because everything starts from family. And that's why you see families are tearing apart because of wrong raised of a male child. Take for a scenario, you are married, right? And you have a daughter. And that daughter, you are protecting that daughter, and tomorrow she's going to go married to an untrained boy. And guess what? That boy will not feel that he's not trained because his parents have given him the best of their ability. The best of their ability, that is, he can just play around, just go and make money, forgetting the main thing in the family.
Okay, so is this a case of the chicken and the egg, which comes first? Because I get what you're trying to say we've neglected the boy child so much that it's become a menace now in society. But some will argue that it's been the historical challenges that the girls and the women have faced, social-cultural norms, that have put them in a position where they need better and more protection than the boy child.
I think it's long been overlooked. Yes, because of this particular thing you said right now, girls have been overtrained because of their gender. That's why they left boy behind. But forgetting that those girls they are training, they are going to meet those untrained boys. We're not talking about the education part of it. We're talking about the moral, the non-formal education of the boy child. Those family values. Not when your girl they are playing, you say the girl should go to the kitchen and cook, and the boy they should continue playing. Remembering that that particular boy is going to get married to a lady tomorrow. Probably he doesn't know how to cook. He wouldn't know how to cook. I always tell these people, it's better to train a boy than to repair a broken man. That is why we have a lot of vices in the society. Then we're adding our voice. I'm also pleading to religious leaders, to pastors, anybody that can hear my voice right now. It is hard time to start talking about the boy child.
Okay, so you're saying we should pay more attention to the boys, but is it possible that we start to balance the act? Why we pay attention to the boys? How do we reconcile that the girls and the women still face challenges and they cannot be left behind? Because when you say pay more attention to the boys, would you not be creating another problem as well? So how do we balance this act?
No, as we are paying attention to the boys, we are also paying attention to the girls. That is gender balancing. We're not just taking, there's Ministry of Women Affairs. My mentor also said that there should be Ministry of Boys Affairs.
Do we need a ministry? At the time Nigeria is talking about over-bloated government. Do we need a ministry to take care of this issue?
I think we need a ministry because family is the community. Imagine we are not getting our community right because of the men, because of the untrained boy child, because of the untrained men out there. That is why you see a lot of things that is happening in our community. And if we have a Ministry of Men Affairs, I think we should start talking about how we can dive down to communities, community leaders, and start training, throwing awareness that, see, as you are taking care of your girl child, also teach your boy child that tomorrow you're going to get married. First of all, you have to be a human being before you remember that you're a boy child. Some boys, some men don't know that the human being is first before they move to the boy to boy child. That's why you see they can bully any girl, they can molest, they can do a lot of things in the society. That's why our society is going back on a very daily basis.
What are the specific issues you have come to realize that the boy child faces? I mean, I believe you've done engagement with a lot of boy child or men. What are the specific challenges they face? I hear you harp a lot on marriage, but life is more than marriage. So what are the specific challenges they face?
Okay. Take, for instance, drug abuse. We're in partnership with NDLA, where they have given us their officers to anywhere we're having sensitization, they'll come and sensitize on drug abuse. After our sensitization, some people come to us and open up. I have been in this mess for a long time. I don't know how to. How do we do about that? We'll channel them to the right authorities, which is the NDLA. They will provide the right solution. Our own is to go there, sensitize people, and tell them the need for you to stop whatever you are doing and for you to face like this. We are not looking for 100%. We're just looking for 1% because in each training that we've been, you see people say, wow, thank God, someone has remembered the boy child. And some parents that say, is there anything like boy child? I've only known about the girl child. But the forgetting, that is the main important thing in our society. But
historically, I mean, when you look at cultural norms, a lot of norms in Africa, in Nigeria, where we are, prioritizes the male child. You see people who are stigmatized for not even giving birth to a boy. And so when you give birth to a boy, is mama na boy, papa na boy, you know, in our local parlance. But when it's a girl, it's just another child. So there are those who will argue that your argument is flawed because the boy child has always received, you know, prestigious attention as against the girl child who is seen as inferior. She cannot buy land, she cannot inherit her father's name, you know, she has to change her name and she goes through all of that. But the question I would like to ask you is the role of the father, because that's another argument, the father figure and the role of the family in this challenge that we face.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful question. I always tell people, I repeat it again, it's better to teach a boy than to repair a broken man. Whatever person that you are taking out there to probably go to the society, become leader tomorrow, is acting based on the knowledge that he or he has. Because of that, we pay more attention to them, not forgetting that these people tomorrow, they will be leaders, they might be governors, they might be presidents of our nation. We are not talking about giving birth to the boy child. It is not important. It's how we have given birth to the boy child, that's number one. How well have you trained that boy child to prepare the person for the future? Not just go and make money, not just go and see how you can become better, but you as a father, you as a mother, how are you taking it to the next level? How are you taking it that this boy, I'm preparing him for a better tomorrow, for a better society? Because a better society is a good nation, and a good nation will see a lot of things that will correct on its own.
Interesting. When you look at insecurity, economic challenges, girls and women you know, receive the high end of the stake. They are the ones who are faced with most of those challenges. But beyond asking for the creation of a Ministry of Men's Affairs, what other policies, specific policies or initiatives are you pushing at this time, very quickly as we wrap up? Okay,
we are pushing the initiative, The Boy Child Must Be Heard. That initiative is going through probably religious bodies, organizations, government parastatals to talk more on the boy child. That we are pushing that initiative strongly, that at least the boy child should be heard, no matter what.
All right, give listening ear to the boy child, but let's not neglect our girl child as well.
Thank you
gender
so much.
Equality and gender balance. Thank you so much, Hilary AKPUA, President, Great Achiever Institute for Youth and Community Development in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you.